What's happening, everybody? Welcome in. It's Wednesday, March 24th. My name is Matt. I'm hosting, guest hosting. Well, I don't know if I'm guest hosting. I just host every Wednesday. Wake Up Legendary. So welcome in. We're pumped to have you here. If you're new and you're just tuning in, this is my first time, never done this before. Let us know in the comments so we can say hi, get to know you, get to know your face and whatever else. So what's up, Victor? We've got Alan in the house, Colin, we've got Jim. Drop us a comment. Let us know you're here. And if you can hear me okay, and my audio and video and everything's coming through okay, the connection's great. If you could hit the thumbs up, that'd be great too. Just lets me know that you can hear me just fine and I'm coming through clearly. Again, if you're newer to our community or this is maybe your first time ever coming on and tuning in, you can text the letters WUL to 813-296-8553. And what'll happen is every time that we go live for Wake Up Legendary, we'll send you a little text message right here. And yeah, that's it. You get a text and you can just tap and you're immediately shot into the live. It's pretty simple. So yeah. We've got an awesome interview today. I'm pretty pumped. This is gonna be an active live. When we were just meeting before the show, there was kids running around, and I just like that energy, especially with, it's just me and my wife here in our apartment or whatever here, our house here, and the mornings are slow, and I don't get that impression from that household. So let's bring in our guests and everybody in the chat. If you can welcome Ryan and Sam on. Ryan and Sam, how's it going?
Hey, Matt. Good, thanks. How you doing?
Good. How are you guys?
Very, very well. So what you saw earlier was just one of our kids, and we have 5.
All right. So that's a fifth of the madness.
Yes.
All right. I like it. Very cool. So you guys are from where? You're in Tennessee?
We're in the south part of Tennessee.
Okay. All right. So bring us into your world a little bit in terms of the whole online business, right? Like, tell us a little bit about how you guys got curious about online business. There's history in network marketing. Just tell us a little bit about what you both do. And you can take us back as far as you want, but just give us a little bit of your story.
All right. So me and Sam actually met online back in 2013.
Okay.
If you've ever heard of the mobile app game called Game of War,
I've heard of it.
We were on the same team.
All right.
Sam is from England. I'm from Tennessee. We were 4,052 miles apart. We had a year-long friendship where we had 3 and 4 hour conversations over the phone for a solid year. Then whenever Sam told her father, brothers and sisters that she was flying to America to meet a man, they told her catfish, and her dad said, "You are not going. You are not going." Because obviously you hear all the horror stories.
Yeah.
So she flew in March 2015 to Atlanta, Georgia. I drove 4 hours down there. Something happened where it was late because I slept at a gas station.
Connecting flight was late, so I couldn't get on the next flight.
Okay. So anyway, we met, and just having the year-long friendship really set a solid foundation for our relationship. And so we actually got married in April 2016.
Okay.
So we both have a history with affiliate marketing and network marketing. I got started in prepaid legal back in the early 2000s, and I've really never ventured out or had a lot of confidence in the beginning, especially to do like live videos and that kind of stuff. Whenever I was in my 20s, I just didn't have that confidence level. I wasn't ready. So didn't really have a lot of success basically until we got in Legendary Marketer in 2018. So Sam can tell you a little bit about your affiliate marketing, network marketing in the past.
Well, mine wasn't really affiliate marketing. I hadn't really heard of it or didn't really know much about what it was until Legendary. Mine was more MLM, all obviously in the UK. the kind of things that you drop brochures through a door, wait for somebody to fill out an order form, a lot of walking around in the snow. It was just one of those things that I never managed to do anything with, because at the time I was trying to sell products, not realizing that actually in MLM you need to build a team, and that really wasn't my kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I did a multitude of those. One of them was American, I think, but yeah, never really got anywhere. Then decided with my mum we was going to work out of our garage selling workwear. Bought all these like printing equipment, embroidery equipment, and we didn't do too bad. But then I ended up having to sell it because I split up with my ex, and you know how it goes. So I kind of gave up on it for the longest time, and I guess I just went back to the regular 9 to 5, just not really thinking much about it, and I let the idea die, if you like. And then when I met Ryan, it kind of all came back to the forefront, and we started, because we have the same mindset that we want more than working a 9 to 5 now. If anybody knows me, they'll probably tell me that I have a problem with authority, but I don't. It just 9 to 5 just didn't sit right with me.
Okay.
You know, that's the way it was. So when me and Ryan met, it was nice to actually meet somebody that actually wants to do the same as me.
That's cool.
Whereas people don't turn around to you and say, yeah, this time next year, Rodney.
Right.
That's the whole, that'll make more sense to the people watching from England. But yeah, the people that knew me, oh, you're doing something else. What you doing now?
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, interesting. So you guys both, I like the meetup story. That's very cool. And I love, I don't know. Brad just said make MLM equals make leaders money. No, I mean, so a lot of people I got started in MLM. A lot of people, that's kind of the first dabble. It's the first nibble on the sort of figuring out online business, or just, creating a business on the internet that's primarily run through the internet. It's pretty common. Yeah. What I'm curious about is, so both of you are on, I mean, you got a lot of social media stuff going, right? Like you've got a lot of, it seems like to me, you've got a lot of content creation going. You've got a YouTube, you've got TikTok channels, you've got 2 separate TikTok channels. So, in terms of like, so right now, Ryan working a job, right?
Yes. I'm 21 years in law enforcement.
Okay. And then Sam is not, but stays at home and does affiliate marketing.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. Wow. There's so much going on there. I don't know. My concept of how somebody like can stay at home, have 5 kids, and run a business is mind numbing to me. Like it's actually unbelievable to me. That is crazy. But I'm looking at I'm looking at your TikTok right now, both of yours. And so was there any reason you decided to do separate channels? Just curious.
Well, it's a theory that we want to try it together, because I think it's very powerful to have a 3-way conversation. So we've actually talked about that kind of stuff before. We've actually done YouTube videos always separate.
Okay.
And we've always done TikTok always separate.
Okay.
But
cool.
I think it would be really, really powerful to try it together and see the response from people.
Well, whether it would or whether it wouldn't, I mean, I feel like everybody's kind of got their own flavor, and you guys seem to have one person or couple that comes to mind is these guys, Megan and Ryan.
Okay.
Who do their stuff together, but some videos are separate, some are together. Yeah,
we could definitely look at their channel and follow them and see what they kind of do. And I just want to say real quick, hello to everybody who said hi to us. Appreciate you watching Sam and I. And I see Victor down there as well. He's been a very long friend of ours that we actually met through affiliate marketing. So
you did really
joining us, Victor. Yes,
that's cool. That's cool. It's amazing how small the world, like this world is. It's amazing how small the community is, especially the longer that you get in it. You know, sometimes Dave will say things like, he'll say, there's this quote from, I think it's Warren Buffett's business partner. He says, or maybe it was Warren Buffett. He says, it's not about timing in the market. It's about time in the market when it comes to stocks specifically. And so, and then that's his theory, right? Some people are day traders, and that's cool. But his theory is like, it's about time in the market, length of time in the market. And I think that principle would hold even more true in sort of digital marketing or the affiliate marketing industry, because, you know, the longer you're in it, right, you see things evolve, and you start to see things with clearer eyes. And the anxiety and stress and worry and sort of all of those insecurities you might have sort of start to melt away a little bit, because it's just like, God, I just been here so long. I mean, I just don't care anymore, right? I don't care what people think anymore. I don't care what Aunt Nancy's going to say about me anymore. It's just like, who gives a crap? And then you start finally doing the things that you knew you needed to do all along and just were too scared to do them, right? That's why I guarantee in the comment section here, we've got tons of people who know, geez, I need to be creating 5 pieces of content a day or 2 pieces of content a day. And they're just not doing it, right? They're just not doing it, but they know they should be. And so the length, once you expand that out, you start meeting people like Victor, and suddenly you're having conversations with people who are, you know, crushing it. I mean, Victor's he's killing it, right? He's killing it on YouTube. And, so anyway, I just wanted to say that, you know, that's something that's really, I don't know about ninja. It's underrated, I would say. People overrate all these little techie weird things that you can do with your channel and hashtags. And it's like just consistency over a long period of time with some great content, and you can absolutely dominate. So
yeah, definitely consistency and persistency. We kind of mentioned that a lot between Sam and I.
Yeah, persistency's been the huge factor for us.
And there is times where we don't do anything for quite a period of time where we should be doing something, but we also want to live a life. We don't want to, you know, if we want to be here 5 years from now or 10 years from now. Yeah. And where you were talking about the consistency part, I can definitely tell you 100% without a doubt, YouTube's algorithm is part of that length. Now, TikTok is obviously new. Some go viral, some don't. So that's kind of hard to figure out. But YouTube's algorithm, releasing the same kind of content, same kind of videos, the length shows the growth in the algorithm.
Yep. Absolutely true. What do you, okay, I wanted to just quickly jump back to this. Curious your thoughts on what was the thought in creating a Discord link here? That's the first time I've seen somebody do that.
Okay, that has to do with another business and not with Legendary Marketer.
That doesn't matter. We don't care what people are promoting or what people are doing.
Okay.
We're just mostly curious about the marketing strategy of it.
Okay.
Because this is cool.
Discord, I'm part owner in Nuvu.tech. It's going to be expert advisors for the Forex market. Okay. So that is our community that has all our different channels in it.
Is there any reason you chose Discord over something like a Facebook group or something like that?
Yeah, the structure of it. So we have a profits channel. We have a community chat channel. It's got voice channels. We have an announcement section that nobody can post in, just the administration. And cool. It's just laid out really well.
Cool. That's awesome. I mean, we always talk and think about, you know, taking our groups or whatever to different places and stuff like that. But yeah. Cool. I love it. I just like seeing different marketing strategies. And do you feel like do you feel like it works better, or do you feel like it fits you and how you like to lay things out? Because you're a gamer too, right? So Discord's way more common, right?
Gaming left when we had another baby. So whenever me and Sam got together, we had 2 kids apiece. We had the conversation: do we want any more?
Yeah, I thought I just witnessed you guys talking about a death there. It was like gaming left.
It was probably a blessing, because with Game of War, she spent like 5,000 pounds. I spent like several thousands of dollars. You build fake troops and just it was probably a habit. It was good to get out of, but it brought us together.
It's a hobby. I mean, it's like, it's not crazy to think somebody would do that. I mean, think about the money people spend on fishing and hunting and all kinds of, buying guns for hunting and all kinds of stuff like that. Like, yeah, it totally makes sense to me. I used to play games all the time, and I know, people who do still and kill it. And they, they're on, well, I guess the bigger one than Discord would be, what's the streaming? Twitch? No. I'm blanking.
Twitch is one.
The other one similar to Discord's Telegram.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know what you mean.
Well, that's
it's like game stream.
It was Telegram newer. I don't know.
Well, anyway, the bigger point here was just, this is a very interesting strategy. I think for people watching, listening, a lot of people will watch this as a replay. I think it's proof that you can use lots of different strategies with where you're pushing people or where you're building your community. And you should just build it where you feel is best, rather than having to replicate or duplicate or, whatever, somebody else's stuff. I just think,
Discord is free. So let's say if somebody in Legendary Marketer wanted to use Discord to help their business, of course, we haven't done that, but I've got a few ideas. You could create different channels. So you could bring people in there. They could have a public chat with you. Then you can structure a getting started with affiliate marketing channel. So you can structure all this kind of stuff. You also have voice channel in there. So as you're talking to them with through text, if you want to say hop to general voice, so I'm going to have a conversation with you, you hop down there, and it's just like a phone call. So it's pretty powerful, and you could actually use this with Legendary Marketer.
You could use it for anything. Yeah. I think one big thing is like, with Discord, I've done a few, like, I'm not a gamer, but I've played games like with friends, and while we're chatting over Discord, I've done that before. And it's super clear. Like, it's more clear. You can hear voices and stuff more clear than a phone call by a long shot. It's crystal clear. Yeah. Yep. That's cool. So over here, let me switch my screen share over to this tab here. Okay. So then we've got Sam's over here. Boom. Okay. So she's dominating. I mean, 26,000. What's the routine like on your, Sam? I mean, in terms of like how much content, how regular, that kind of stuff.
This is actually my 3rd TikTok. The first one I think we did together, and we did the cringiest video possible because we didn't even know what TikTok was. We were just like, we was talking to Victor, and we heard, and Gary V was saying, if you're not on TikTok, get on TikTok. This was way back at the beginning of 19.
Yeah.
We created one together, and I did a rap. Oh my goodness. Please don't look for that video.
Oh, it's really good. Look for that video. It's the very first one, I think. Is that on this channel?
No, it's not.
It's on Ryan and Sam Hill channel. We do have a channel that's together. We don't post very much, but it's only got like 110. No, go watch it. Let everybody see it right now. It's so hilarious.
What's the account?
Ryan and Sam Hill, I think.
It was.
Everybody's going to have a good day after they see this.
No.
Oh, we got it. We're here. We're here.
Are you there?
Oh goodness.
Scroll down. She'll have on like black. Oh, it's the bottom one. Yes.
Yeah. All right, I got to figure out if I can share screen with sound here. Hang on. I don't know if this is going to share sound or.
Dave's going to put this on like the home page of Legendary Marketer.
All right, you ready for this?
Yo, what's good? My name is Sam. I'm stood right here, holding the can. I'm 35, no clue what I'm doing. All these 12-year-olds just keep on doing. Nevertheless, I have a request. Please do your best to conquer the quest. Wondering what to do? I'll give you a clue. Please don't forget, or I'll be upset.
Yes!
Go to YouTube, check out our channel, hit subscribe. It's right there on the panel.
Wow. That.
Oh my goodness.
Thank you so much for letting us see that.
Isn't that
That
awesome?
was awesome.
Oh.
That was awesome. That was actually good too. I mean, Ryan, you were right. That was actually like pretty impressive.
But now everybody's gonna have a good day.
Oh, that was awesome. Oh my God. See, I love the kind of just like, I love that we could just do that. I mean, how like comfortable, Sam, you must be in your own skin to just like, all right, here we go. Screw it. Like, let's go. That's just, I don't know. I envy that. Seriously. Not in like a, yeah.
Yeah, that came after a few videos we'd done on YouTube where me and my son is 16 now, but he helped me do some skits. I had no idea what a skit was. And he was like, this would be a good idea, Mum. Let me help you do this. And
Nice.
I was in the mood for doing it. And I was just like, oh, whatever, let's just do it. Very first video. And I was expecting it to get like 1-2 views. And it went up to 400 views. And I was like, they took us ages to build up to that on YouTube.
Wow.
And that was the moment we realized, okay, TikTok has something here.
Yeah.
That channel kind of died out. We weren't consistent with it. And then I tried another channel by myself. And I did it through the beta, so you could get a link. Where you was watching on YouTube, it said, if you want to get a link in your bio, you've got to do beta and all that. So I did that. And then the beta session ended and I couldn't find my account. So I had to start a new one again, which is the one we're looking at now. And I was determined to build that. So I in the very beginning, I actually wasn't consistent in the very beginning. I posted a video and then didn't do anything for 2 weeks and then got back on it. And I think I was doing maybe 2 or 3 videos a day for a while. And I went from like 200 followers to 10,000 followers in a little over 3 weeks. And then I kind of changed my content.
Okay.
Because I was doing a lot of you can make money online with this website. Like there's a company my mum works for in the UK called Sonsei, a real company, genuine company where you can actually have a work from home job. And I was posting that kind of thing. But what I was finding is people that want to work from home for somebody else don't want to build an online business.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was getting a lot of followers for that, but not looking for what I'm here to offer.
Right.
So I started with changing my content and it slowed down. It slowed down, but I prefer it now because right now I would rather have targeted audience that is actually interested in building a business rather than just finding a job that they can do from home.
Got it. Okay. So now you've evolved, right? From just creating content around what you think might go viral to now it's like, okay, I got it. I got something. I know I can get this thing rolling, but now I need to dial it into my ideal avatar, my exact person who is going to be a good customer for my product, right?
Right.
Yeah, it's sort of like if I was in hair care or if I was in dog training or if I was in whatever niche, if I was selling an info product on like, I don't know, weight loss or something, right? So like if I was doing something in the realm of like keto has a lot to do with diet. It has a lot to do with what you eat. And so I probably wouldn't create as many videos around fitness. Like those are similar.
Yeah.
Similar. They have to do with like what yours had to do with work generally, or like what you do for work. But then once you dial and really load that into like, this is actually what you're eating and putting inside of your body, or in your case, this is actually building a business, not just working. That is really powerful. Do you ever go live?
That's my kryptonite.
After today, she's going to do it. She has done it before, but it goes long distances without doing it.
If I was honest with you, and I guess for the people watching, I should be. If it wasn't for him, I probably wouldn't be doing this live right now.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know. I get a little torn sometimes between challenging people and just saying like, hey, you don't like going live? Don't go live. Like the freedom of the internet and having an internet business, the whole point is that you get to do what you love and don't do what you don't love.
For me, if it's a fear that's holding you back, push through it. If it's because you're not nervous whatsoever, you have no fear, you just don't like it, and you can build your business other ways, I think that's all good and fine. But if it's the fear holding you back from doing it, and you know it will help your business, push through.
Yeah, and the best person to know that is you guys, right? Not me. I don't know you well enough. We now know each other for about 30 minutes. So like, yeah, and it's just nice. Like, it's a cool thing that you guys have each other to sort of like know that about one another. You obviously know each other like pretty intimately, because it's really cool that you guys met online through like game and that kind of stuff, because you really get to learn a lot about somebody in a play mode, like in a because it sort of strips down all of like the intense relationship, like dating and, and now we're married and whatever. It gives sort of this like blank slate. That's really cool. So I assume that you guys really know each other very well, but, no, I was just going to, I think that you're right. And especially things with like going live, a lot of times it's fears or it's worries about things that aren't even really definable. Like, it's like, well, what exactly are you scared of? It's like, I'm not sure exactly. It just feels intense. And when you dig down into the bottom of the feeling, like sometimes there's nothing there, or sometimes it's a real, like, I'm actually scared. Like I'm actually fearful.
Well, I mean, obviously there's studies out there that some people fear live speaking or speaking in front of the audience more than they do dying. So that statement right there is so powerful, because who wants to die, right? So, it's a fear. Or skydiving. You got the person who is taking 1,000 leaps out of a plane that don't even have a heart flutter anymore. Then you got the very first time you do it. The very first time you do something, you're always going to have more anxiety than the 100th time you do something.
Yeah.
So you just got to keep putting yourself out there, push through that initial fear. And then as you go live 5, 10, 15 times, it's going to become natural to you.
Right. Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's true as well, because when we first started on YouTube, it took me a long time to do that. And now I don't care. You just like getting on TikTok, recording videos, any of that, I don't care. But in the beginning, it was the scariest thing in the world to me. Putting my face on camera and letting people see me. If somebody that I used to work with found me on the internet, or a family member before I'd told them found me, and like you said earlier, I used to think a whole lot about what other people thought. And you do get to the point where you really don't care anymore. And then you have the next obstacle, and you have to get through that. And the whole process is a personal learning journey. It's a personal growth journey. And that's probably the biggest thing that I've taken from all of this. Aside from the online business and growing an online business, the growth that I've felt personally has been massive.
That's it right there. Yep. That's really well said. Yeah. There's always a next hurdle. There's always a next thing. There's always a new obstacle. And that's a very nuanced, hard thing to learn, because a lot of times, actually, I would say, like, I get probably like 10 or so emails a day from people who are like, it's just this one thing. It's just this. It's like, and you'll see it sometimes in our Facebook groups. It's just my Facebook ads account got deactivated. And that's the thing, right? If only that was enabled and I didn't get disabled, then all of my business would be flying at 100 miles an hour, right? And it's like, well, no, there's always going to be that. There's always going to be that thing somewhere along the line. And you got to embrace process as opposed, we talked about this right before we went live, but embracing process rather than end result. And once you start to love the feeling of overcoming, if you can fall in love with the feeling of overcoming fears and overcoming obstacles and jumping over hurdles, and just to like sort of get that adrenaline rush just from one thing you just discovered, one thing you just learned, another little thing. When I first started, it was with like coding, because we had to code all our websites. People complain about using ClickFunnels or using like these drag and drop website builders. Well, it doesn't work perfect. I was like, yeah, try going back 10 years ago when you had to code websites and actually learn HTML, right? It's all relative. Everything's all subjective in this industry, but like every time I would learn how to move something around on a website, I was like, damn, that was cool. Like I just figured it out, and it's 3:30 a.m. and I like my eyes are bleeding and I'm like, but I got this adrenaline rush because I'm on to the next thing, right? It's just another learning thing. And now 10 years later, because of that, and I didn't set out doing that, but like 10 years later, I won't say that falling in love with the process is easy. That's actually really hard, especially when you're really broke, which I was. But finding the pockets of the industry, finding like either content creation or solutions like how to build website funnels and stuff, finding like a pocket that can sort of start to trigger what you love, or trigger sort of, you've got to hang around in the industry long enough to find it and fall in love with the process. And then over time, because you've fallen in love with the process, you start building skills. And so like Sam has obviously started to build a really good skill around content creation. You don't get 26,000 followers out of luck or out of, that just doesn't happen. You start to really hone in your skill. You start to figure out what works and what doesn't. And even you guys were saying earlier, we're still not all that sure what exactly works and what doesn't, right? We're still dialing that in. But that's the cool piece, is now you're sort of enamored with the process of figuring it out. And then the results are financial. The results are we start to make money because we love figuring this process out. Mm-hmm. It's very cool.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it was very well said. So I think my favorite part about entrepreneurship that you really don't know about when you first start is the friendships with other affiliate marketers.
Yeah,
I think that's the golden nugget of it all. Now, you initially start because you would like to make more money, but after you have the passion for it, the money side disappears, and the real wealth is the relationships.
Yeah, totally, 100%. Yep. And I always, and we can start to wrap up here, but I always just the thing that I always tell people is there's sort of this like, as you're building a business, like one thing that I was taught and I saw it work out. It worked out in my own life, and I see it in others, is like when you start out and you're at day one and you've got $0, right? And you haven't generated a single penny of revenue. Then there's this whole journey over to 6 figures, or, let's say $100,000 in commissions, right? And getting there is a hard journey, but then getting from there to 7 is far more difficult. And it's usually after 6 figures, that can be done sort of by yourself. But then to consistently keep going, to consistently like climb that 10 more times is actually very difficult. You start to worry that you've burnt out. You start to worry that your audiences, are they fading? Do people still like my content? Like, people don't think that those sort of battles keep happening, but they do. And it's what you said. It's the relational capital. It's the relational, it's the relational bond and capital. Yeah. It's what you have at stake in relationships that can get you there. And it's just, there's not a lot of people who buy into that, who invest in that. It's sort of like you reap what you sow. And if you invest and put your time and energy and money into those relationships, that's where that big payday comes long down the road, like years and years down the road. So it's cool that, you guys obviously value that you're growing communities, which is really powerful. So that's really cool.
Yeah, I just want to say real quick, I think it was Brad that actually met his wife online. I've been reading all the comments as we've been having the conversations. I think Mitzi said she followed Sam. Another lady said, I learned that from Rich Dad, Poor Dad. I have read that book. So I just wanted to let everybody know that I have been reading all your comments and we appreciate it.
I love it. Anything that I'll let you both have your final say for it. Let's say somebody's like just trying to figure this whole online thing out, and they're, maybe they're a little skeptical, or they're a little confused, or they're just kind of looking around like, oh, people are making money on the internet. That's interesting. Do you guys have any advice or have anything you would say to that person, or any closing thoughts?
Yeah. You want to go ahead?
Okay, I'll go first.
Okay.
So just from my personal experience and what I had to go through to get to the point confidence-wise to do it, just get out your comfort zone. Here's me telling you that, and I don't like going live, but I'm going to go live here now, right? But get out your comfort zone, trust the process, because if you keep going with it and you stick with it long enough, you will see results. You just gotta, so many people stop short of where it's about to happen. And if you can just push through that little bit longer, I mean, I'm sure most of us here have read Think and Grow Rich, stopping 3 feet from gold. How many people have done that? And if you can just keep going a little bit longer, then, it will happen for you. You just got to stick with it. Stay with the process, trust the process. And whenever you come across something that you're not comfortable with or you don't want to do, if you think it's, for me, I don't know, like you said earlier, I don't know why I don't like it. I just know that the emotion that it invokes in me is intense.
Yep.
So, but just do it anyway, because tomorrow I'm still going to be here. Nothing's going to have happened to me, and nothing's going to happen. It's not life or death, but it could make a huge impact in your business if you get out of your comfort zone.
Now, Matt,
Don't.
She don't listen to me because I'm her husband, right? But your initial thoughts, if she would push through that, start going live, start being a little bit more consistent with the content, going live every day, because Jacob normally takes a nap. What do you think her audience and followers would do? Like, what's your initial take on Sam's law of attraction?
Oh, yeah. See, I see where you're going with that. And I was just about to go there with that. But yeah, I could tell. I just wanted to say, I can tell that Ryan, that it's just interesting. I can tell this through 40 minutes and we're through a camera, but I can tell that unconsciously you have a deep level of belief in Sam. I can tell, I can see it, I can feel it. That's really cool. But I'll just say this: there's a few people who have really, really committed to going live. One of them in the comments, her name is King. You can see her in the comments right there. Who English is not her first language, and she goes live on TikTok, and that's when she makes a lot of her sales. And it's been a struggle for her to create content, to go live, that kind of thing. But I will tell you 1000% that the people who follow you begin to appreciate you in a different light, like a consistent, when you go live consistently. So here's the difference though, in terms of like TikTok and stuff, when you go live consistently, then you're always sort of, when people open up their phone or they open up the TikTok app and they see you live more than once, they see you live 2 or 3 times a week or something. I mean, you could just go live once a week, but when you see that, there's an unconscious level that's just like, oh, this person isn't just out there in outer space. Like maybe they're fake or whatever. They're just kind of creating these videos that I see. This person's like real and they're transparent. Like I can actually see them in real time. That's really powerful. And I do see a lot of people who will generate more revenue, a lot more revenue by going live because, for instance, people actually ask questions on the live and they'll just be like, hey, I'm wondering about this, or I'm wondering about XYZ. And you can help them in real time and just say, well, here's what I would do. Here's what I've tried. Here's, and they're like, dang, that's really cool. And then, whatever you're selling. I mean, if you're selling a dog training course or whatever, they might sign it. They might come on your live and be like, hey, I can't get my dog to stop barking when the freaking FedEx guy comes and rings the doorbell. And they're like, well, here's two or three tips, blah, blah, blah. Oh, by the way, I go really into depth on that in my $37 dog training course. You can buy it. The link is in the bio. And they're like, oh, okay, that makes so much sense to me. Like Gary Vee, jab, 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 right hook, and make the sale, right? Mm-hmm. So it's one thing where people are like, well, I don't know if this guy's actually legit, but when they come and witness you in live in real time, there's a whole different interaction that people have with you. It opens up a whole different dimension. Not to mention the final piece to that is, somebody in our community came on one of these lives and called this the mini webinar strategy. So like back in the day, right? People used to get on. Well, you guys,
I remember
marketing.
Yeah, webinars were big.
Yep. And this is just the new webinar. This is just the new way for people to get access to you on their schedule, right? So whenever you're going, it's on your schedule because it's whenever you go live, but sort of on their terms, they can just tune in and sort of be an observer, but see you in real time. I don't want to say it's the final thing I want to say about that is I don't want to say that it's just a short-term revenue grab, like short-term cash grab either, though you can help develop long-term relationships where people remember you deeper because you suddenly go from this big pool, like imagine this big pool of people who are content creators who just make videos. That's 99.9% of people. And you step into the 0.1% of people who are going live, who are interacting. And that's a long-term investment that'll really pay off.
Yeah. So Matt, I'm going to add to that. I want to first off, thank you for hosting us and doing the interview for us. And I want to give the people who are watching here, like 5 or 6 words, like really, really short. And if you do this, I promise you will be successful. And that's content creation. That's law of attraction. Look at the people who are successful. Replicate their content in your own words. And by doing that, you might say, well, that's plagiarism or I'm copying somebody else. But it's not. The content's already out there. They got the content from somebody else. The difference is the law of attraction. Somebody that might be attracted to the person you got the content from may not be attracted to you and vice versa. So they might watch the exact same videos, but they may still buy from you. So if you don't do the content creation, you're never going to make any sales. And the law of attraction, you want to critique yourself. So as you do videos and stuff like that, watch your own videos back and then compare them to the people who are successful and continue to improve yourself.
Yep. I love it. I'll leave everyone with that. I can't say it better. Thanks for coming on. You guys have a busy life, busy schedule, lots of stuff going. So I'll let you go, but thanks for coming on and spending, 50 minutes with us in our community. I know everybody here and, who's here live is very thankful for that. So thank you so much. If you guys can stick around, I'll pop you off the screen, but if you can stick around, I have one more thing to mention when we wrap up. Is that cool?
Yeah, that's cool.
Thanks for having us, Matt.
Yep. All right, guys. 7:48 my time. These are early because I'm on the West Coast, but 10:48 Eastern. Thanks for joining us live again. A couple little mini announcements. If you want to get text message reminders every time that we go live, you can hit this right here. Oh my gosh, my camera's mirrored, so it's like weird, but text WUL to 813-296-8553. You can also go to belegendary.shop. We just got a bunch of new merch in. We're not big merch sellers, but some people ask us, hey, where can we get merch? You can go to belegendary.shop. You can pick up a shirt or a mug or whatever you want. So we'll be back here tomorrow. Dave will be back hosting tomorrow and Friday for Wake Up Legendary. Peace out. See ya. We'll see you tomorrow, same time.